finance news. You hear about Kanye, right? No, he was.
Well, only very minimally. Why don't you fill me in on the details?
So he was on the show, Tim Pool's show.
Yeah.
I didn't actually do the clip for that. Maybe we'll do that clip real quick because it's a short one. But so he was on this show, and other
If we're
than
gonna do the clip, maybe you should just let me be surprised.
well, let's do the clip then.
I only have a very base knowledge of what happened, so.
Oh well, he did a bunch of. He was on Alex Jones too, and he's basically said he's a Nazi, and he likes Hitler. I'm not kidding. Let's see if I can find.
Wow. Okay.
Here we go. So let's do this real quick. Let's see if we can.
At Petco, you can set repeat deliveries on your schedule. Or on.
Because of that horror.
Let's see if I can just skip right to it. Oh. All right, so Kanye. All right. So here's Kanye and the Tim Pool show. We're stealing this from the Majority Report. So Kanye kind of gets into like the blaming Jews kind of thing. And then he eventually walks off the set. And it actually gets kind of crazy here. But I just want to talk about this one thing.
If you read the definition, it says you can't claim that there's multiple people inside of banks or in media that are all Jewish or you're anti-Semitic. And that's the truth. Like, it's the truth. What are we talking about? And
elaborate. What do you mean? You mean?
I'm saying, like, I've been labeled anti-Semite, right? So there's different beliefs about our bloodlines, like the documentary that Kyrie posted. And in general, America has been left ignorant and history has been changed. So when we start questioning things that question the indoctrination, then you immediately get, you said debanked, or what did you say happened to you? Or
Demonetized, deplatformed.
Demonized, demonetized. And what's so beautiful about this time is everyone got to see what's really been happening. And now we can really understand. We can see that Ron Emanuel was right next to Obama, and then Jared Kushner was right next to Trump.
Wait, hold on here. Hold on. Now, don't stop me if I'm wrong, Duncan, but I feel like he's just stringing nonsensical words together in a way that literally doesn't even make any sense. He literally doesn't make any sense.
No, he has severe bipolar, and he's probably been off his medication for a while. That's what's caused his divorce, and he's always been a little bit of an anti-Semite, though.
Okay, so what I'm saying though is bipolar disorder is something that I do know quite a bit about, actually, via people in my life, and I'm going to tell you they all at least make sense. I mean, even when they're off their meds, like literally the words coming out of their mouth make sense, and literally the way he's stringing words together in his sentences, like they don't even do a good job of like painting a whole picture. He literally doesn't even make much sense.
No, and
he's just stringing all sorts of craziness together.
Here's why I wanted to play this. So yeah, it is incredibly anti-Semitic, and yeah, he has pretty much, he said he's a Nazi. So I don't need to comment anymore on that stuff, And the guys who were there, he was there with, was Nick Fuentes, who is an open Nazi, and Milo Yiannopoulos, who at least has a lot of fans that are Nazis. So that's who he's hanging out with. And then him and those two guys went and had dinner with Trump previous to this. So it's been bad. I mean, it's been a lot of anti-Semitic stuff. Adidas kicked him off. He was their spokesperson for a while. But I can understand why Adidas would do it. Adidas is their headquarters is in Berlin, and their founders were both Nazis. So Adidas does not want to be attached to that at all anymore. That's not who they are as a company. I can see that. If I were Adidas, I'd be like, "Yep, we're done." I don't care how much it costs us to get out of this relationship. So he's lost all that. What killed him, though, is this. Part of the whole him talking about being debanked is what happened was I guess he was trying to move 140 million or something into Chase, and it was frozen. And he got ticked off and wanted to talk to Jamie Dimon, who's the CEO of Chase. And of course, Jamie Dimon didn't want to talk to him, right? I mean, especially after a lot of this stuff was happening. Jamie Dimon's wife is Jewish, so like Jamie Dimon really wants this on his, so, not that I think Jamie Dimon's a great guy, but I understand. What's funny about this is the reason the money was frozen. We don't know the exact reason, but Kanye has claimed that he owes $50 million to the IRS in back taxes that he hasn't paid. So if that's the case and he's refusing to pay it, then the reason his bank accounts were frozen is because the IRS froze him for back taxes. Not because the Jewish cabal is coming after him. It runs the world. It's run by the Jewish Cabal and the Lesbian Paradontist Association. Those are the two organizations that run the entire planet.
What?
Yep, you know it. Yep.
Okay.
It says,
So,
it says it in the Bible, the lesbian orthodontists.
oh man.
No, I mean, it's literally that crazy. It's nuts. He's gone. But the thing about it is just for a fun news segment, not a financial news thing. Yeah, kids, if you don't pay your taxes and you don't set up a plan with the IRS, because he can probably set up a payment plan. They'll work something out.
Oh sure. Yeah. I mean, there's some rules that go with it, but it's not that hard to establish a payment plan to get those taken care of.
Right.
It's not that hard at all.
Yeah, the IRS will only freeze your accounts if you're really, really delinquent and you haven't done anything about it. And furthermore, if there's fraud or you intentionally defrauded the IRS or you're really obstinate, then they'll arrest you. But it takes a lot for them to file any sort of tax fraud or tax delinquency charges against you. So if Kanye's in trouble with the IRS, it's because he's really trying to get into trouble with the IRS. It's not, you can't, because it's hard to tag somebody for tax fraud. So,
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
but that's our fun opening news story. So, but yeah, did you have another comment?
Only he literally did not make any sense. I mean, like, I'm not even just talking like the craziness of the ideas. I'm talking about from the perspective of somebody who's an English teacher. He was using a lot of good vocabulary words that don't belong together in sentences.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the words he was stringing together don't make sense together in sentences. So, literally, making sure you understand what he's even trying to say, what he thinks he's trying to say is, like, questionable at best.
No, he doesn't make sense.
However, he did get across the idea that whatever those ideas are, they were anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
In some nature, and
Oh no.
something to do with him being unbanked or
No,
debanked
yeah.
or whatever you called it.
Well, it got worse, and then he ended up walking out of the interview. But we don't really care that much about that. I mean, it's bad, but it's no. But yeah, I'm with you. He didn't make sense logically, politically, or grammatically. So it was just a shit show.